Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I bought a pair of Apple AirPods with the wireless charging case. Or did I? So I got this pair of AirPods in the mail today, and I immediately could tell by shaking the box that these were not legitimate. So I opened them up, I took a look, and instantly when I looked at them, I was like, these are fake, but probably the best fake AirPods I've ever seen. Now, of course, the best way to make sure you're not getting ripped off is to buy them directly from the Apple Store. In this case, I was looking to pick up another pair, and these ones were 38% off. I've seen some that have even gone for even more of a discount. So I went to the Apple Store and I picked up some real ones. Let's take a look and I'll show you the ways that you can make sure that you're not getting ripped off when you buy a pair of AirPods. All right, so here are the two sets of Apple AirPods. So one of these is the real one of these is the fake one. At first glance, it's not really that easy to see. So both of these I got today. This one came in the mail today, and then I went and picked these up at the Apple Store. So looking at the front of the box, I mean, they are pretty similar. I mean, both have an embossed logo. It's funny though, the ones on the fake ones, it actually goes in, it's indented, versus the ones on the Apple headphones, they actually pop out on the whole thing. The font's a little different, the way that you can tell that they painted it on the box, tiny bit different, but as we flip, Apple logos. The bottom of the box is where we see a bit of a difference. You'll notice that on the legitimate ones, it starts in English here, as well as on the left-hand side, it starts in English. Then of course, on the right-hand side, you can also tell that the UPC is different. They don't have the energy verified only sticker like they have in the legit ones over here. Both say designed by Apple in California, made in China. Both have the model number, which is exactly the same all the way through. This little set of text in the top left is actually a little bit different. And then the UPC is completely different as well. The legit Apple ones actually have two separate stickers because they probably have one sticker that they put on almost everything, and then the UPC might be a little different depending on where you ship it. And then the fake ones, the sticker is actually just one long sticker that runs the length of the end. So that's a close-up. Back of the box, very similar, very, very similar. The logos in the bottom left, or the text in the bottom left, it's actually a little larger on the fake ones and smaller on the real ones. But pretty much the same logos here. You'll notice those logos are a little bit different though. This is the legit one, and then this is the fake one. All right, so let's go ahead and open the real ones so we can make a comparison of the actual technology itself. So the material on the box is not a whole lot different. It's definitely different material, but it's not a whole lot different. All right, so let's open them up. You can already hear a rattle on the fake ones. Greeted with very similar, designed by Apple in California. As far as the material that comes in these units, we've got the real stuff on the right-hand side. It looks like this. And then we've got the fake ones on the left-hand side. You'll notice in this one, there's a lot of other languages, and this is not printed very well. So looking at them both in the box, I mean, you can't really tell a difference. I will note that the Apple ones have an insert that is cardboard, some kind of cardboard composite, while on the fake ones, it's a cheap plastic. I don't know how much you can tell that, but much sharper edge here than on this where it's rounded. Both are wrapped very much the same. They have that same plastic. So let's go ahead and pull the fake ones out here. Very much opens the exact same way. Now looking closer, there is a little bit of some kind of crap on there, you can see. So these are the Apple AirPod wireless charging. That fits much tighter in the packaging. And it's all glued at the back here. There's no glue anywhere else, it's all done at the back. Now on the fake ones, there's a lot of play in the hinge. On the real ones, almost none. The other thing I found quite funny is the fake ones have a lot more of noise when you shake them, and they sound very hollow, whereas the legit ones, almost no noise at all, and is very solid throughout the whole case. Here's for comparison, the fake ones on the right, or sorry, the fake ones on your left, the legit ones on the right. You can tell that the writing is a tiny bit different on there. Buttons a little bit different, but it just looks more flush on the legit Apple. As far as the bottom, it looks like there's maybe cheap metal or cheap plastic that's painted instead of a more flush recessed. As far as the light is not paired yet, so it's white on the legit ones. And also the light on these is a little recessed, whereas the light here on the legit ones is more flush with the front. All the numbers on the inside of the bottom are almost exactly, serial numbers different obviously, but yeah, exactly the same. You've got a little bit lighter text on the legit Apple ones. The text a little bit lighter in color than the fake ones, and the FCC logo is larger on the real ones than on the fake ones. It's really hard for you to tell the difference between these. Taking a closer look, the headphone's a little more recessed on the legit ones. The grate on the headphone is a little more recessed than this one. This one's closer to the surface. One other thing I'll point out is that when you look inside the grate here, you notice there's two circles. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that, but there's like two circles in there. On the fake ones, like I said, the grate is more out, it's not as recessed, and you don't see those two circles. The shape is exactly the same. On the legit ones, there is no seam other than this seam here, but on the fake ones, there's actually a seam that runs up the side and runs to here. The funniest thing to me is that the light sensor is literally just painted on. It's not even a real light sensor. They must be doing something different for determining when the music is being played or not. Literally just a black dot painted. And then like I was saying earlier, you actually have a grate in there, whereas on this one, it's not a grate. It's just some kind of very flat texture. So you can tell on the fake ones, there's just some extra, like I was saying earlier, there's just some extra seams. So there's a seam that runs through here, whereas on the legit ones, there's literally just one seam. Serial number is written a little darker on the fake ones than it is on the real ones. So it's pretty incredible what they've been able to do in 2 years. Up here on the top, the grates there are very similar. That one's a little closer. You can't really tell much of a difference there. but I think there is one. It's a little tighter woven there where it is larger there. So very, very close. Now in trying to do the pairing process, the fake ones, when we open these up, they pop up, but they say not your AirPods. So unlike the legitimate ones that pop open and try to connect for the first time. So if we hit connect on these ones, they're asking us to hold the Bluetooth button on the back, which you should never have to do. That means it's doing standard Bluetooth pairing instead of trying to automatically pair. If we open up the legitimate ones, they're gonna pop open not with a message that says not your AirPods, but with a connect button for your AirPods. And boom, they're paired right away. So I hope that was helpful for you to see the differences between fake AirPods and real AirPods. If you guys have any questions, any comments, please throw them in the comment section below. If you guys thought this video was helpful, please throw a like on there. And if you'd like to see more content on my channel, please subscribe to stay up to date. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.